Who are the Hazaras of Afghanistan? Why they are vulnerable under Taliban? The Hazaras have long faced violent persecution from the Taliban and Islamic State for their ethnicity and religious beliefs. Soon after the Taliban captured much of Afghanistan in a matter of days, militants have vandalized and blown up a statue of city militia leader Abdul Ali Majari in the province of Bamiyan, the unofficial capital of the Hazara ethnic group. Majari, widely known as champion of the Hazaras, was executed by the Taliban in 1995. So Taliban have blown up slain Hazara leader Abdul Ali Majari statue in Bamiyan. Last time they executed him, blew up the giant statue of Buddha and all historical and archaeological sites. Too much of general amnesty, Salim Javed, a human rights activist, tweeted. Despite the Taliban promising a new era of amnesty, peace, and security, the terrorist group's action since their swift ascent to power has left thousands of ordinary Afghans, particularly ethnic minorities like the Hazaras, scrambling to escape a potentially brutal and repressive regime. The Hazaras have long faced violent persecution from the Taliban and Islamic State for their ethnicity and religious belief. So, who are the Hazaras? The Hazaras are an ethnic and religious minority group largely found in the rugged and mountainous central Afghan region of Hazarat. They are believed to be descendants of the founder of Mughal Empire, Genghis Khan, and his army that overran the entire region during the 13th century. Around 1773, the mountainous region of Hazarat in modern day central Afghanistan was annexed and made a part of the territories of the Afghan Empire under Pashtun ruler Ahmad Shah Durrani. The Sunni Muslim majority under the Pashtun ruler resulted in marginalization of the Sikh Hazara community to the extent that in the 18th and 19th century they were forced to leave fertile lowlands in central Afghanistan and make the arid mountain landscape their home. They are targeted by the Taliban because they are primarily Shia Muslims, as opposed to most Afghans who follow the Sunni branch of Islam. Their distinct Asiatic features and use of Persian dialect called Hazargi also sets them apart from the rest of the country. The Hazaras are one of Afghanistan's largest ethnic minorities, accounting for about 10 to 12% of the country's 38 million strong population. But they were once even larger, constituting approximately 67% of Afghanistan's total population. Since then, primarily due to violence, oppression, and targeted massacres, that number has come down drastically. Oppressed for centuries, the Hazaras' brutally history of repression has been traced back to the mid 19th century when more than half their population was either killed or forced into exile by then Pashtun king Amir Abdul Rahman, who had ordered the mass execution of all Shias after he invaded their home in central Afghanistan. In the decades that followed, the discrimination continued, with Hazaras being sold as slaves as late as 19th century. During the country's civil war in the 1990s and the Taliban's first reign of terror in Afghanistan, thousands of Hazara people were massacred. In the mid 1990s, Taliban commander Mauli Muhammad Hanif is believed to have once said, "Hazaras are not Muslims, you can kill them." In 1998, thousands of Hazaras were executed in the city of Mazar-e-Sharif. But even after the US invaded Afghanistan and ended the Taliban rule in 2001, atrocities against the ethnic minority group continued. They have been the victims of rising violence by Taliban fighters as well as ISI militants, who have targeted their mosques, schools, and hospitals. Hundreds of Hazaras have been kidnapped and killed while traveling on the country's treacherous routes. In May this year, explosions rocked the Hazara-dominated neighborhood of Das-e-Barchi in Kabul, killing over 60. A car bomb detonated in front of Said al-Souda school and two more bombs exploded as children rushed out in panic. Officials said most of these killed were young girls. While the 2004 Afghanistan constitution granted them equal rights, they were even well represented in the Afghan administration. The Hazaras have been historically denied the freedom and rights enjoyed by other ethnic groups in the country. Areas such as Bamiyan, which are primarily occupied by this ethnic group, are some of the country's most backward, often lacking facilities such as running water and power. What has the Taliban said about the rights of ethnic minorities this time around? Since its ascent to power, the Taliban has been making efforts to put up a moderate face, assuring rights for women and minorities. They have vowed not to exact revenge against their old enemies and activists, but Afghan remain skeptical with thousands fleeing the country. When asked whether they would respect religious freedom in Afghanistan this time around in an interview with the US NPR, Suhail Sain, the Taliban spokesman in Qatar, said, "Now we have a policy that we do not have any kind of discrimination against the Shia people. They are Afghans, they can live in this country peacefully, and they can contribute to the reconstruction, prosperity, and development of the country." Thank you.